Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody. It is a new month, so we are doing a new hero. It's Karn from Magic the Gathering, I guess, Gatewatch. I'm pretty sure that the last time I did a Gatewatch hero, I was like, finally, we've hit the end of Gatewatch. Well, I was wrong, because there's Karn, and there's one more guy. So we'll have some more of that in the near future. But yeah, he's like a big metal golem dude, and his thing is he likes bringing equipment cards to life. This is kind of neat. He's going to be fighting Ogre, by popular demand, alongside Soaring Protocol Cypher, first appearance Wraith, and a new variant for Star Knight that I made, the Astonishing Star Knight, and will be fighting in the safety team. So, Ogre starts with 2 city cards. We get the Courthouse and the Public Works. At the beginning of the villain turn, discard the top card of the environment deck, and Ogre deals each other target 2 irreducible projectile damage. If the environment trash gets shuffled back into the environment deck, he flips. When the villain trash is shuffled into the villain deck, keep all city cards in the trash. And at the villain turn, if there are 5 city cards in the villain trash, the heroes lose the game. So instead of putting them in the trash, we'll just put them over here. That's easy. Let's see. When this card is placed, set it to 5 HP. Oh, that's bad. Whenever this card will be dealt damage by a hero target, it regains that much HP instead. If it's ever at maximum HP, shuffle it back into the villain deck. When a player draws a card, they draw 2 cards instead and then discard a card. And this one, at the start of each player's turn, they may shuffle 3 cards from their discard pile into their deck and then draw a card. Neat! Okay. So everybody take 2. Oh yeah, discard the top card of the deck, don't forget that. And we go. It's the Hospital. Neat. So end of the villain turn, we don't lose. Hospitals, start of the villain turn, each hero target gains a hit point. Okay, so start of turn, Cypher will shuffle 3 cards into his deck, because it doesn't say you have to do it in order to draw a card. Then he draws 2 cards, and discards a card. Ooh, I got the Fusion Aug. Let's go ahead and do rapid prototyping. So I'm going to draw 2 cards, by which I mean I draw 2 cards and discard a card, and then I draw 2 cards and discard a card. Play any number of augments from hand. Well, I've got 1. Who can use extra powers? That would be the Wraith. And then with his power, go ahead and augment himself. Draw a card. Wraith is going to play Razor Ordnance. So her base power is Haunt the Shadows. Reveal and replace the top card of the villain deck. If it was a target, reveal cards from the top of your deck until an equipment card is revealed. Put it into play or your hand and shuffle the other revealed cards into your deck. If not, draw a card. So we get a one-shot. Neat. So she draws a card, and then Razor Ordnance. Better do some damage to him. Draw a card. Go ahead and play Sword of the Star Knight. Her power is Stellar Form. Star Knight deals a target 1 energy damage. You may move a card from your trash to the bottom of your deck. If you do, repeat this power. If not, draw a card to destroy one of your equipment cards. So she will hit Ogre for 2. I can't repeat the power, so instead I will destroy the Sword of the Star Knight. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to shuffle and draw 2 cards and discard a card, which means I actually could repeat the power, so we hit him again. Then we destroy this. Discard the top card of my deck, draw a card, by which I mean draw 2 cards and discard a card. God. And then play a card. Let's do Protect and Serve, Hard Light Shield. I can prevent the deck's damage dealt to any one hero target. Let's do that. And then we draw 2 cards and discard a card. Man, Star Knight's going to be loving Courthouse. We're going to try and keep that out for as long as possible. Alright, start of turn, Karn shuffles his deck and draws a card. By which I mean he draws 2 cards and discards a card. I'm going to play Change of Heart. Choose a non-hero target. That target cannot deal damage until the start of your next turn. If that target is a character card, discard a card. That sounds like a small price to pay. We will discard that. His power is Animated Ally. 1 equipment target deals a target 2 melee damage. You may play an Animating Touch or draw a card. I'm going to play an Animating Touch. It says play this card next to a non-target equipment card. While this card is next to it, that equipment is a target with 5 HP. If it would be destroyed, return this card to your hand instead. That's going to be very interesting. And draw 2 cards and discard a card. So the safety team plays Yin. Oh wow. Move this card to a hero play area. The player that controls this play area discards a card. And if Yang is in play, enhance this card in Yang. So we're going to throw that on Star Knight. Discard a card. Alright, start of turn. He discards the top card of the environment deck. It deals no damage. And then each hero target regains a hit point, which we can because we all took damage last round. Okay, the next time Ogre would be dealt damage, reduce it by 2, and then Ogre deals all other targets 2 projectile damage. So let's try and have somebody hit him before that wears off. That's it for his turn. Let's do Nanite Surge. You may draw a card. I can actually throw 3 cards back into his deck, and then draw 2 cards and discard a card. Play Nanite Surge. You may draw a card. I will draw 2 cards and discard a card. You may play a card. I will play Nanite Surge. Draw 2 cards and discard a card. I can play a card. Heuristic Algorithm. Go ahead and get an Aug of some sort. Retinal. Let's play additional card. Let's give that to Karn. Each augmented hero gains X HP or X number of augments next to them twice, so everybody's back to full except for Star Knight. Power, let's get Star Knight augmented. Draw a card. And then draw another card, and then discard a card. Okay, Wraith is going to play Micro-Targeting Computer. Let's hit Ogre for 5 reduced to 3, and then he deals no damage. Power 2, reveal the card. It's another one-shot, no surprise there. Draw 2 cards. By which I mean draw 2 cards, discard a card, and then draw 2 cards and discard a card. Okay, I do not want to do the start of turn thing with Star Knight. We will, however, ignite the blade, move 2 cards to the bottom of the deck, and deal a target 2/3 energy damage. Let's go ahead and hit the courthouse back up a little bit. Power, hit Ogre for 2, move a card to the bottom of the deck, hit him for 2 more, and then draw a card, by which I mean draw 2 cards and discard a card, and draw a card and discard a card. Alright, Karn plays March of the Machines. At the end of your power phase, you may discard a card to use a power on an equipment target. At the end of your turn, each equipment target deals 1 target 1 melee damage. That'll be nice. Second play is going to be Animating Touch. We will put that on, actually, this Aug. And then we'll go ahead and use his power. We'll have the Aug hit the Public Works for 2. And then he's going to draw 2 cards, discard a card, and then draw 2 cards and discard a card. Neato. Breach. Oh, great. We get an abnormality. It's Judgment Bird. End of the environment turn, move 4 abnormality cards to different hero play areas, then destroy this card. So it just moves there. It's only when it moves itself that you have to discard. Ah, okay. Let's put Judgment Bird also on Karn. Destroy that card. End of the environment turn, move this card to the next play area in turn order. Oh yes, and also Yin goes up to Cypher, makes him discard. Judgment Bird goes back to the environment. Okay, Ogre can deal damage again. He discards the top card and hits everybody for 2. And he plays Squash Like a Bug. Ogre deals 3 melee damage to the hero target with the lowest HP. If a non-character target would take this damage, destroy the target instead. Well, it would have been destroyed anyway. So we will have that be the Hard Light Shield, except when it's destroyed, Animating Touch goes back in Karn's hand. Otherwise, deal the city card with the highest HP 2 projectile damage. Discard the top card of the environment deck. Oh yes, and everybody should have healed 1. Alright, Cypher. Let's throw some stuff back in his deck, and then do the draw thingy. Ooh, let's do a networked attack, because everybody's augmented now. Throw another augment for the hell of it. She will do 5 projectile damage to Ogre. She will do 2 to Ogre, bury a card, 2 more, bury a card, 2 more, and destroy the sword. Discard that, draw 2 cards, discard a card, and play a card. Starstone Collimator. And Karn will have the Aug do 2 damage to Ogre, and then let's play an Animating Touch on the Starstone Collimator, why not? And draw a card, by which I mean draw 2 cards. Alright, shuffle this stuff into her thing, draw 2 cards and discard a card. Impromptu Invention, draw 2 cards and discard a card. We will go for, let's see, I just got a Utility Belt. What are my other options? Stun Bolt, let's grab a Stun Bolt. And then play Utility Belt. So I can use 3 powers. It's a good thing I have 3 powers to use. First one, reveal the top card. It's a 1-shot, so she gets to draw 2 cards and discard a card. Then we hit Ogre for 5, and then we hit him for 3, reduces damage. And that's about it. Draw 2 cards, discard a card. Alright, she is not doing the thing at the start of turn. We will ignite the blade again, because I got 1 more sword. We'll bury 2 cards. She deals a target 2 energy damage. We will hit Ogre for 3, and then I will bury a card to hit him for 3 more. Power, let's hit him for 2. Bury a card, hit him for 2 more, and then draw a card. And then draw 2 cards and discard a card. Jeez, Karn is going to play the Sky Shaper. Reduce damage dealt by environment cards to heroes by 1. Gotta remember that's just heroes, not hero targets. And then I will play Regrettable Wrath. Karn deals a target 4 melee damage. Until the end of your next turn, Karn cannot deal damage. If this damage destroys a target, discard your hand and draw 3 cards. Let's go ahead and hit the Public Works for 4, destroying nothing. Oh yeah, and I could have drawn a card at the start of his turn. Power! Let's have the Starstone Collimator hit Ogre for 2, and let's play Animating Touch. Actually, no, I'm going to draw instead of playing a card, and then draw again. Alright, start of the environment turn. This card deals each other target in the same play area. Okay, so it doesn't do anything. Void Dream. Okay, Judgment Bird moves to the next play area. Okay, we have to keep in mind that all of the city targets are going to be taking 4 damage this round. We need to keep their HP up. In the environment turn, move Void Dream to a hero play area. Each target in that play area regains a hit point. We'll give that to Wraith, because her animated thingy can actually stand to heal. Oh, shit, yeah, I forgot about March of the Machines. So they will both hit Ogre for 1. Hooray! Also forgot to discard, but none of these have powers on them. That will happen in time. Each target regains a hit point. Yay. Alright, discard the top card of the environment deck, and everybody take... Is this irreducible? It is irreducible. I don't think he always does irreducible. And then every hero target regain a hit point. The Void Dream was dealt damage, so it deals each target in the same play area 3 sonic damage and destroys this card. Alright, so the Wraith's Aug is no longer animated. Destroy that card. Poopy. Ogre plays Destructive Nature. Discard the top card of the environment deck. Discarded card was a target. He regains 4 HP. It was not. Otherwise, Ogre deals 3 projectile damage to each target other than himself. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, that's right, and it's just 2 projectile damage. But that does mean we lose the courthouse, no more drawing 2 and discarding 1, and we lose the hospital. We also lose the Judgment Bird. It's not all bad. Oof. That's his turn. So that's 2 in pile. Not good. Cyborg Punch. I will not move any augments. One augmented hero deals a target 1 melee damage and draws a card. Now, we'll have Karn do that, because he could certainly use the cards. Hit the public works for 1, draw a card. Well, that's right, but we can still do the shuffle 3 things in and draw a card. Power, let's make more augs. Oh, I forgot to move Yin last round. We'll put that back on Star Knight. And draw a card. Alright, Mr. Man, throat jab. He's down below 100, yay. Let's go ahead and hit him for 3 and reduce his damage, even though that doesn't matter. And we will hit the public works for 5. Draw a card. Oh wait, and then I can also reveal the top card of his deck. It's Destructive Nature again. Draw another card. Start a turn, she's not doing a thing. Let's do Starbeam. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the bottom of the deck. And she deals a target 8, 9. And then she dealt damage, so we can bury that last card and do 3 more. Use her power, hit him for 2, and just draw 2 cards. I'm going to play the Mind Stone. At the end of your turn, one player draws a card and discards a card. That'll be Star Knight. Power is draw 2 cards and discard a card. If this card is a target, it deals a target 2 psychic damage. So second card play, we will animate it, and then I will use his base power. We'll have the Mind Stone, hit Ogre for 2, then I will play an animating touch on the Razor Ordnance, and then I will discard a card so he can use a power. We'll use the Mind Stone, draw 2 cards, discard a card, and this will do 2 psychic damage to Ogre, draw a card, and then we have 3 pings of 1 damage at Ogre. Oh, I forgot to do the thing. Oh, whatever. Safety team plays Big Bird. Oh dear. Whenever another target in the play area this card is in would deal damage, redirect it to this card. First time each turn, each target deals damage to this card. It deals the source of that damage, 2 melee damage. End of the environment turn, move this card to the play area, the hero with the highest HP, that is Karn. And then Yin goes back to, actually, that can go to Wraith. She's got lots of cards. Alright, discard the top card of the environment deck. He can't deal damage, which means Destructive Nature, discard the top card of the environment deck. He deals no damage, and everybody heals 1. Alright, Cypher, you need another power. Do Neural Interface. That just lets him draw 2 and discard a card. Oh yeah, start a turn. Throw some stuff back in the deck. Draw a card off that. I'm going to move one of those blank Augs over to Karn, because I kind of want to move the Retinal Aug around a bit. And then he draws 2 and discards 1 and draws another card. Alright, Wraith, would you kindly do some useful stuff here? Shuffle stuff into her deck, draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and play Combat Stance. Power 1, Stun Bolt for 3. Power 2, Razor Ordnance for 5. Power 3, Squash Like a Bug again. Draw 2 cards. Oh, I forgot to have her draw and discard. Let's do Energy Bash. Deal a target 2 melee damage. Ogre. Bury a card so I can do 3 energy damage. And I can destroy one of my equipment cards. Let's do the Hard Light Shield. Deals 3 targets, 2 energy damage each. Make that 3. That would put the Public Works into the villain deck. Do I want to do that? That might be prudent. We'll save the Public Works and then hit the Big Bird. And she takes 1 in response. Destroy that card. Power. Hit Ogre for 2. You know what? Bury my entire trash and do 6 damage to the Big Bird. And then draw 2 cards. Alright. Let's play Creator's Insight. Draw 3 cards. Sounds good to me. You may discard a card. If you do, play an equipment card. I will play the Null Rod. At the start of your turn, discard 2 cards to destroy this card. Equipment cards cannot deal damage. The first time a card enters play each turn, ignore all end of turn effects on that card for that turn. So this can't deal damage. Keep that in mind. I can play a second card, I believe. We'll play Argentum Armor. Play this card next to a hero. Reduce the first damage dealt to that hero each turn by 1. And if this card is a target, it gets 2 damage reduction. Nice. So power, equipment cards cannot deal damage, but I can play an animating touch to make another one. Let's put it on the armor. Why not? That's not bad at all. And then discard a card and use Razor Ordnance for 3 damage on Ogre. Draw a card. Oh wait, no, for 3 damage on the bird. That's right, because that got redirected. One player draws a card and discards a card. Star Knight. And then they can't deal damage, so that's it. Breach. Interesting. This is not going to destroy itself at the end of the turn. The last card is not an abnormality, so essentially nothing happens. Yin will move over to Cypher. Or actually, Star Knight, she could stand to discard something. And that's it. Everybody take 2. It's irreducible. That wastes her damage reduction. Actually, the armor might not be that useful, since the first damage is always going to be irreducible. Discard the top card of the environment deck. Police Station comes out. Okay. Oh yeah, it starts with 5. Start of the villain turn. This card deals Ogre 1 irreducible projectile damage. And that's it. Okay, Null Rod did not help as much as I thought it would. Let's do rapid prototyping. Draw 2 cards. I got the Muscle Aug and I got the Vascular Aug. Okay, Vascular Aug is going to go on Cypher. Muscle Aug would be really hilarious on Star Knight. Power. Okay, we're going to move the Retinal Aug finally to Star Knight. We're going to pass that one around a bit and then draw 2 cards and discard a card. And draw a card. And then he heals 1. Oh, and Wraith should have punched Ogre. Forgot about that. Suit yourself. Power 1. It's a shrug off. Power 2. Hit him for 5. Power 3. Hit him for 3. Reduces damage. Draw a card. Simple. effective. Let's play Hard Light Shield. Go ahead and use her power. She has +2 damage dealt. Oh wait, I can do Starbeam also. Only got 2 cards to move, but that's fine. Deals a target. You know, actually, it might be better if I did just 1 card. Deals a target 2, 3, 4 energy damage, and then we bury that other card, and she can do another 4 damage. Yeah, that's a lot more than it would have been if I just buried both of them. So power will hit him for 1, 2, 3, bury a card, hit him for 3 more, and draw 2 cards. That's gross. Alright, Karn, time for some regrettable wrath. Pop him for 4. Actually, heal the police station. That's what you're good for, sir. Alright, animated ally, hit Ogre for 2. We'll say the Mind Stone did that. Draw a card, and then we'll discard a card so I can use Mind Stone. Draw 2 cards, discard a card. Oh yeah, destroy the Null Rod, don't forget that. And then the Mind Stone deals a target 2 psychic damage. Draw another card. End of turn, 1, 2, 3, 4 pings of 1 against Ogre, and someone draws a card and discards a card. That'll be himself. So, shuffle the environment trash into the deck, and Ogre flips. Start of the villain turn, he deals X melee damage to the hero with the highest HP, where X is equal to half the number of cards in the environment trash. When an environment target is destroyed, he regains 2 HP. When the villain trash is shuffled in the villain deck, keep all the city cards in the trash. End of the villain turn, deals all other targets 1 projectile damage, and we lose if he gets 5 city cards. This is actually going to be a little bit easier because that -1 damage reduction is actually going to mean something. But the safety team plays Magical Girl G. When this card moves to a different play area, she deals the target with the highest HP in the play area it's in, other than herself, X melee damage, where X is the number of cards in the play area she is in. End of the environment turn, move this card to the play area with the most cards in play she isn't currently in. Interesting. Okay, so, end of the environment turn, move 4 abnormality cards to different hero play areas. So Yin can go over here, and Magical Girl G will go to Cypher. So she will hit him for 5. Then destroy that card, and then Yin moves again over to Cypher, and Magical Girl G will move to, well, she automatically moves herself to Star Knight. Reduced to 7 damage to Star Knight. Wow. That was the environment turn. There are 1 card in the villain trash. It did not specify if you round up or down, so we're going to round up, because otherwise he's not doing anything. Except he's not doing anything because it's still 0 damage. The police ping him for 1. He plays Shrug off. Oh boy. He gets that -2 and hit everybody for stuff again. And the villain turn, he deals all the targets 0 projectile damage. Networked attack. Throw another augment on Karn. 5 damage to Ogre. 2 damage from Star Knight. Draw a card. Karn will use the Mind Stone. Draw 2, discard 1. Mind Stone does 2 damage to Ogre. And then we will neural interface. I don't think I need to move any. Actually, no. I'm going to move the Fusion Aug onto Karn, just so he can stop discarding for extra powers. And then draw 2 and discard 1, and draw a card. Okay, Wraith. This is very close to being done, I think. Let us grappling hook Magical Girl G, because she's no good. Power 8 damage to him. Keep his damage reduced. Alright, first one is actually reduced by 2. We'll say that's the stun bolt, so he hits everybody else for 1. Oh, that destroys the Starstone Collimator, giving Karn back an animated touch. Wraith soaks it, the armor soaks it. Oh yeah, and Cypher should heal at the end of his turn, so that evens out. And then we hit him for 5. Draw a card. Okay, Star Knight, finish this off. Maybe. Let's do Protect and Serve. Grab a shield. Yeah, because I still got some. Can't move anything, but I can at least use her base power. 3 damage to him. Bury that so I can do another 3 damage. Draw 2 cards. Karn! He will play Ancient Companionship. Everybody's his friend. Each player may either draw a card or discard a card. Each player that discards a card may put a card from the trash on top of their deck. Each hero regains a hit point. So she's going to discard. Everybody else doesn't actually matter, but whatever. Power, we will use the Mind Stone. Draw 2, discard 1, and the Mind Stone takes out Ogre. That was pretty cool. Let's take a look at the rest of Karn's deck. Temporal Sundering. If this card would enter play outside of your play phase, discard it instead. Destroy all environment cards, immediately end your turn. Might Stone. Increase all damage dealt by 1. At the start of your turn, discard 2 cards or destroy this card. When this card enters play, if Weak Stone is in play, Karn deals each target 5 energy damage. Power Matrix. Increase damage dealt by this card by 1. The power is discard a card. Increase damage dealt by non-character hero targets by 1 until the start of your next turn. That's kind of cool. Fading Memories. Move up 2 cards from your trash to your hand. Remove the rest of the cards in your trash and this card from the game. Touchstone. Whenever this card deals damage to a target, reduce the next damage dealt by that target by 1. Power is choose a target. Reduce damage dealt by that target by 1 until the start of your next turn. I would have used that, except Wraith was doing that for us. Juju Bubble. Each hero has access to the following power. This hero regains 2 HP. If this card is a target, it also regains 2 HP. And the Weak Stone, which is basically the inverse of the Might Stone. It reduces all damage by 1, and if they're in play at the same time, he hits everybody for 5. So that's it for Karn. He's a pretty solid hero. No pun intended, because he's made out of rocks and stuff. And that's it for this one. You can find Karn on Vad Skies mod. You can find the Astonishing Star Knight on Walker's Workbench. You can find Ogre on Sentinels Community Custom Classics. So, as always, thank you for watching. Thanks to everybody who came to chat. It's always nice to see you. Tabletop Simulator, the Revis Sentinels colon DLC, Bad Sky Sentinels mod, Sentinels Community Custom Classics, Walker Workbench, and Project Moon Sentinels are not listed great games products. Please support your official release and flip.